when you think class, this is the place to be. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. Up first, Larry Holmes, 6'3" tall, and he tipped the scales at 226 pounds. And his opponent, Deontay Wilder. And here comes the Easton assassin, Larry Holmes. Dominated the heavyweight division in the early 80s. In fact, he went 48 fights before suffering his first defeat. Watch out for that very impressive jab. The Bronze Bomber, fighting out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, the former heavyweight champion of the world.
Look at this. These fighters are so up for it. Look at that.
Well,
this bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Easton, Pennsylvania, here is one of boxing's all-time greats, the heavyweight.
the fans are ready, and it looks like the fighters are now ready.
Todd, I love this place. The atmosphere is second to none. If you get the right fights, you've got fun all night.
What a great venue, and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. We have high hopes and aspirations for this fight. The jab doesn't quite connect. And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Catch and shoot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Not a lot of defense here at all. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. You'd like to see more jabs. Good counter punch. Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The right hook misses. And he scores with the counter. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Holmes in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
He threw a punch and just got countered. How about that time counter shot? If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
The left hook is finding its target. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Beautiful counter shot. Couldn't land that jab. They exchange punches. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Deontay Wilder rocked right now. He's in some serious trouble. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round, complete dominance.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Go again. I need you to switch back on. Get focused.
That right hand, beautiful, beautiful. That's it. Start sticking a few body shots in there.
The bell rings and we start the third. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter shot lands. That counter punch caught him clean. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They're both trying for a knockout. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Nice counter shot. Nice counter. Nice counter shot. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Couldn't land that jab. Those counter punches have to hurt. Good counter punching. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Holmes in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
Get your focus back.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A straight right just misses. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
That jab misses. These two fighters are made for one another. Beautiful counter punch. A swing and a miss with the right hook. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Great round. Great round. Now relax. Relax.
Time for the fifth round. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until the senses have come back.
The straight right just misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Another scoring shot there. A perfect counter lands. If you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Listen to me. Are you okay?
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. Well, he's got Bambi legs walking back. Let's start the sixth. They got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs are feeling like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
A perfect counter shot. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. No rest for the weary. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Punch, counter punch. This fight has a real good flow to it. The straight right just misses. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Very whoa, wait a minute! And Deontay Wilder just got clipped! Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance with...
Round 7, here we go. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. There's a counter shot. Can't find a home with that jab. Both men step back for just a moment. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Well done with that counter shot. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Holmes in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Terrible round, Alice. Come on, you let him back into the...
And we enter the 8th round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. The straight right just misses. Nice counter punch. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
They exchange punches. The straight right just misses. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Counter punching, and he just misses with that jab. They both want the knockout. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Is he going to punch himself out, though? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. No surprise there, a unanimous decision.